Woke up on hot, it's freezing as hell. Riding a tauntaun, but he doesn't smell so well. Is that a scout droid? Shit, oh no! Now I'm stuck in a cave with the Wampa, yo! Yo! R2's bleeping, Luke's in a trance. Yoda's flipping, teaching me to dance. Dad shot my hand, said join the dark side, but I said no. Took the Falcon for a joyride. Everything's worse when your dad's a Sith Lord. He cut off my hand, now I'm emotionally floored. Leia's my sister, ew, what the hell? And Han's frozen up in a carbonite cell. So screw you, Empire. You blew up my vibe. I just wanted converters, not galactic strife. Lando betrayed us with a smuggler's smile. Should've known that guy was shady all the while.
Nope, why is it on that one? Hello there. Sorry, was posting that we live on Instagram. Still kind of doing it. Kyber, you need to add your song to Instagram. That song that was just playing was made by Kyber Forge, and it's like my favorite fucking song. It tops Anakin vs. Obi-Wan the musical. It's all I'm gonna say. Well, y'all were hearing it. All right. All right. So, as everybody knows, I dropped, in my opinion, one of the best. It's the best thing that I've ever worked on. I mean, I've worked on this shit since November of 2023. What up, Bricks? What's your first question? But while she responds to that, I spent since November 2023, I worked on basically, well, it started out as a short story, but it is turned into my version of the sequels. And I spent a lot of time. I mean, I legit spent the time. I read up on Luke Skywalker. I read up on his Jedi Order in the EU and all that. I legit spent months deep diving lore videos, Wikipedia, reading the books. I mean, fucking Heir to the Empire. That's a top tier trilogy right there. But I wanted to, just give it a shot. I thought I did pretty good. It seems like everybody that's listened to it has thought it's been a really good story, and there's more to come. Like I told Bricks, it's a trilogy. So there is one story, two story, three, or story one, story two, story three. I got to come up with new names. I forgot what I called the other two, and I can't find where I wrote them down or where I sent it to Darth Christensen. But each one has 3 parts, so there's 9 stories altogether. If you were asked to create new content and become a published author by any publisher, if you were asked to create new content and become a published author by any publisher, would you jump at the chance? Well, Star Wars, not at the moment. I've never actually sat down and tried to write my own original universe or anything like that. Just kind of just what ifs, based on already established stuff. But I'm gonna thank you for the idea. I'm gonna start working on that. Creating fresh content. Thank you. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to step my quality up, but at the same time, my job just it drains me. Not like how my other job used to drain me. I'm just so exhausted because I went from working at a gas station to working construction. So it's it's a bit of a freaking transition. I haven't done granite work in years, like years. But all right, let's see if anybody else posted or responded on the Instagrams. No. All right. So I asked on Instagram to drop some questions for this Q&A about the Shroud of Darkness, like whatever. I didn't really say much. I just said ask me a question. I mean, could have been anything about the story, about the characters. You guys know how a Q&A works. But our first one from Clan Brandalorian, shout out to that guy. Go subscribe to him. And go subscribe to Bricks. She is super close to 500 subscribers. And then soon she'll be able to afford to come to ICCC. Just say it. But he said, what made you want to create your own story? Honestly, dude, it was Disney Star Wars. I got so sick and tired of their bullshit. I got sick and tired of the mid stories, the stories that we didn't ask for. It really came to me when I sat down to watch episodes 8 and 9 because I had never seen 9 and I'd only seen 8 once. And I was like, well, maybe they're not as, sometimes shit's not as bad as people say. Like people say Solo sucked, but I love Solo. That's like that's like behind Empire and Revenge of the Sith, Solo. So, but it came to me then and I was like, this is just shit storytelling. This is just it was bullshit. And I got tired of it. I've gotten my hopes up for a lot of their projects and then they either half deliver or they don't deliver. And it's especially like what they did with Luke Skywalker, man. I mean, that's nothing like how he would be. I mean, it's been said a million times. In what universe does that motherfucker go from saving Darth Vader, seeing the good in his heart, to, yeah, my nephew's evil because of a thought, because of a dream. I'm killing him. It wouldn't happen. It would never happen. And I mean that's kind of where Star Wars is honestly going to end up going until we start getting better content. Fans are taking it into their own hands. I mean, Skywalker stories, freaking there's so many YouTube Instagram pages too that I've followed, but I can't remember their names. But Skywalker stories, Star Wars theory with Vader. I mean, come on. I mean, look how many what ifs are out there and how great they are. There's 10, 15, fuck that. They're a trillion times better than anything Disney Star Wars has come up with. That's including Ahsoka, that's including Kenobi, that's including Skeleton Crew, it's including everything that they've come up with. I've seen better fan stories. So I figured that I'd I'd put myself in the ring and give it a shot. Darth Christensen is the voice in Ashless Head a Sith Lord or a dark side user we're familiar with? No. There are, of course, Anakin shows up. Yoda's Force Ghost, Luke's in it. Han, Leia, Chewie, 3PO. They make an appearance, but they're not like massively involved. You know what I mean? But no, the story mainly revolves around Luke and all my original characters. I'm actually writing the backstory of the big bad guy who is like behind it all. He overdosed. Bricks. Listen. That was just the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the idea was cool. Like the whole force projection, like that, the battle on Crate. I love it. Hate the movie. That is top tier. Like final battle. I wish the sabers would have clashed, but at the same time, not too sure how that would have worked, considering one was just a force projection. But yeah, that was just so dumb. But I'm actually like the voice inside of Ashla's head is actually, I mean, it's gonna be revealed in part 2, and then part 3 is like when every like massive shit goes down. But no, the voice in it, like there's no in my story there, like once they destroyed Camino, that's it. There is no cloning process no more. There is no cloned Jeroius Sabayoth. There is no cloned Palpatine. There is no cloned Luke. There's no clones whatsoever because I didn't want to write myself into a fucking loophole. And kind of sick and tired of clones. But so no, the story's like all original characters and it has Luke, and it I will say Luke does fail at the end of the Shroud of Darkness, like the entirety. Like once I like part 3 comes out in part 3, he does fail. And then you'll just have to see how he comes back. And then Cam the movie man, what was your biggest challenge when writing this story? Bro, honestly, it was all the research to do on Luke because I wanted to get his character right. I wanted to get his Jedi Order right. I wanted to get the lore right. I wanted to get everything. You know, I just wanted to pay respect to the story and characters that George Lucas created. And I think I did a pretty good job so far. I mean, I still still in the works of writing part 2 and part 3, and then the rest of the trilogy, obviously. But the next story that should be coming out is finally part 2 of What If Luke Skywalker Took Over the Empire. After the live stream ends, I'll go and link it all in the description. But yeah, just the biggest challenge was writing Luke. Just making sure that I got everything right because I wanted to keep him as close to the EU Luke as possible. The true Luke, the kind, compassionate, sees the good in everybody's heart Luke. So, yeah, that was just that was the biggest challenge. I do have a video coming out within the next day or two because we are officially a month out from ICCC. And if you guys want to win a trip to ICCC, you want to get general admission tickets, 2 of them, an autograph, a slabbed up PS2 Revenge of the Sith game, 2 autos at ICCC due to me and Kyber Forged. Bryant Collectibles is throwing in the slabbed up game and another autograph. Millennium Workshop is throwing in a collectible, 3D printed collectible of his choice, and Battle Packs is throwing in a Lego set of his choice. If you want all that, you got until May 4th. We extended it last night till May 4th. You get me, not Gazer Forged. Me, Kyber Forged, and Star Wars Gazer each to 500 subscribers. May 4th. Live stream it up. Pick a winner. But until then, subscribe, like, and may the force be with you always. Peace.